fighting to get it started. My stomach hurts from recognizable causes. My eating habit order is all out of fucking whack, which is not great. It's in the morning. I'm actually really upset. But the static must go on. Where? I'll hydrate in a moment. I'm gonna have to be very careful about hydrating and making sure that I don't do things like too much because of the bullshit this morning, which I think I already told you about, but I'm gonna rant in general. So every Saturday I get a grocery delivery. And mostly, it's drinks. It's a thing full of Monster so that I have caffeine for the morning and for noon, because I need to have caffeine to get out of bed, and I have caffeine to work through the afternoon, otherwise I start to fall asleep about this time of day. And then it has a couple of, like, drinks, because I don't really trust the pipes in my building, so I don't want to be drinking the water too much. And then it normally has like a sandwich, and I'll eat like half that sandwich, because like they're big fucking sandwiches that the Safeway makes, and I'll eat half the sandwich right after the grocery order, and then flop into bed to recover, because I throw my back out going up and down the stairs a lot, and hauling everything up throws my back out. So I'll eat half the sandwich, I'll take a nap, and then I'll get up and I'll drink a Monster, the first Monster from the pack, because I don't need to be up in the morning on a Saturday. So I'll drink the one like right before this, and then go. So I get the message that the delivery's on the way. I go downstairs because my building's a little weird. Most places it doesn't matter, because most places use like a USPS street address system, and that one counts the different doors to my building as different addresses for mailing purposes. But Safeway doesn't. Safeway is using a different address thing that like goes by building. And my building is all one, like, building. But it has these two shops on the bottom floor. It has, like... And then there's, like, a little side door that leads up to the apartments. And sometimes we'll run into an issue because I have to put in the main address to the building and direct people to the side door in the delivery instructions. That's normal issue. So if that were the case, so if this is what happens is they would arrive at the business that has the main address for the building, which is a liquor store. And the guy at the liquor store would go, no, you need to go a door around. But that normally doesn't happen, because I have in big letters in the description, call when you arrive, and I have it flagged to only acceptable if you hand the groceries to me. You know, number one, to avoid this situation, and number two, because I can't to make multiple trips, and I have a big special bag, and they put all the groceries in the bag, and then I hoy it up the stairs, because my back is all fucked up, but I can still lift, like, 120 pounds pretty easy. And the instructions aren't really that hard. It's, hi, that's the building number. The door is numbered this. It is one door north. Like, it's really easy. But I just get the notice that it's delivered while I'm sitting there waiting, and I don't even see a car pull up to anything. So the first thing I do is call the delivery driver, because they have a button to do that. I'm like, hey, or I'm planning to go, hey, did you deliver around the block, because it's not here, and I need you to bring it here because it's disabled. That has happened exactly once, and the dude's been like, on the phone. Then he comes around the corner and sees me and goes, oh, okay, yeah, and we need to put it in the back. I get it. And then he's been a real reliable delivery person, like, when he gets assigned. But he doesn't answer the phone, the driver. And I know the driver's a he because a couple steps down. But the next step is to contact the app, because most of the time the apps will be like, we'll call the driver. And then they call the driver, and the driver's like, oh, grumble, 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 and then they do it. And then you leave like 2 stars and it's done. App gives me the runaround for 40 minutes and then is like, well, you need to call the shop to get it resolved. So I go, okay. And I know that's going to happen for the shop, because, like, the shop's not far from me. If I weren't, like, disabled, before my hernia got worse, I would just walk to the shop, okay? It's walking distance if my hernia hadn't gotten worse. So, like, a year and a half ago, I was walking to the shop and loading these goods into a backpack. But my hernia got worse, and I can't carry that, like, the 2 blocks from the shop anymore. Which sucks, because the ladies at the shop are very nice. And so I call, and they're like, oh, we haven't seen you. And I explain the hernia thing. We have a little chat. And I'm like, yeah, but the grocery delivery didn't think. She's like, oh, well, it got assembled. Like, I know it got assembled. I trust you all, but it didn't get delivered. And there's some back and forth. They talk to the manager. The manager says, well, we'll call the app. And they get through and say, the app will call you back. So I wait for about 30 minutes, and the app never calls. So I finally go ahead and I put in a request for refund, which is going to take 24 to 48 hours to resolve. But it means that I don't have any of my groceries. Yay! I don't have any of my caffeine. Yay! I don't have any of the anything. So I finally at like noon, well, at like 11:30, an event where my groceries are supposed to be in my hands at 9 a.m., right? So this is 11:30 at the point that this is all done. And anything that was delivered that was going to be edible would have been sitting on the side of the street from 9 a.m. onward, and I won't tolerate people talking shit about homeless folk because they're having a hard time, but very realistically, the homeless folk in the neighborhood will have found my groceries by this point and consumed them. They will have gone, hell yeah, lucky day. If my name is on the groceries, there's one gal who I expect will show up at Cube and say, thank you for the gift to the community, and just assume that I left them there for them. Because I did that once. There was a bunch of chocolate where it was like filled with coconut, and it was horrible, and I couldn't eat it. And I'm like, hey, y'all want this? And they're like, yes. I'm like, cool, I'll just drop it here. So, like, I'm sure that they would probably assume, oh, something went wrong and Barb just gave it to us. But, the refund should be fine. I might have a little bit of a pushback, but I've already spoken to everyone in the refund approval process and yelled at them, so if there's any problems, it's going to be, okay, fine, I'll come talk to you in person then. But it does mean that I'm splitting about the shop. Not for the people there, but like oh, well, if I order from the shop, then I'm not going to be able to trust that it's going to arrive because their delivery service contracts out to unreliable people. And so maybe I shouldn't just order, and then, But for the stream, for the sake of stream, for the sake of 14, number 1, yay! This is the first time on stream that you see I went Lala again. I spent my free Fantasia, I went Lala, which means I'm stuck until I feel financially comfortable again, because I don't have any more free Fantasias. So going back to Aura will cost real money. But it's as close to RL Barb as you can get. Like, the gray should be more evenly streaked through, and it's not quite as long, and I'm fatter, but yay, it's Lalabar. But it does mean I'm going to be a little sleepy, a little groovy, as I would be, because I don't have caffeinated. And I have, as far as drinks go, for my brain to go vrah, I have a quarter of a ginger ale and one thing of mug. Which sometimes the pizza shop gives you barks, and I'm like, I don't want barks, I don't want caffeinated. But I was kind of hoping that they would bring me barks today. Because the pizza shop, I can just say, bring me a 2-liter of root beer, and they'll be like, okay, we'll throw it in. And then Hazim comes by, and Hazim is super reliable. He's not quite as cool as the older dude who used to deliver, but Israel killed that guy, so he's not going to be delivering to me anymore. Don't call me anti-Semitic for stating the outright fact that my former pizza delivery guy went to go visit his family and got bombed. That's not anti-Semitic, it's just fact. Oh, yay! Money. Thank you, Kitty Cat, for buying my volcanic rock salt, and Malalaof for buying my hippogriff leather, and Centauro Tia for buying a bunch of my Gaganga eggs. I am up to... Oh, Cass, you're in chat. I'm gonna call my retainer back. Because you're in chat, Cass. Do you catch my reference with my retainer? Cass would know. Cass would know what I did with my retainer.
I sure don't.
You don't know her, so, like, you wouldn't recognize. And to be fair, you can't really make her accurately in the game, but can sort of. Cass probably went and got her nose into a game, so isn't she? I'll do this sale off to the side, just in case, because I need to put something up for on sale. The dual wings don't sell for shit. I'm not selling a Mudsuit horn for 10 gold. What the hell is wrong with the people in this server? 65 for a Zo chunk is pretty okay, especially when I have 41 of them in my inventory. There you go. Goodbye, Summoner Sahil. Sell me my things. That's right, I put my best friend in FF14 as my retainer. And she hates FF14. I'm evil. So yeah, the plan today, which will be impeded and made so exciting by my grocery order issues and such. We're gonna weapon. We're gonna fight some weapon. We're gonna finally the weapon line, which means next week, which I think is when Albrecht should be able to be back. We can start Endwalker.
Yay!
Yay! And all I know is that the Armine people I hang out with, who are a lot of the people who join us sometimes, are mine. Red Mage Redemption, free company. I was hanging out with them, and they all had to go for a scheduled static for one of these fights. So we might be setting up for a hard time today. We'll find out. But I'm sure that we can just get good. I'm impaired. You're... probably fine, actually. I'm probably the source of problems. Halabali is good at this game. In theory. At least as far as crafting is concerned. And I'm sure crafting skills carry over 1-to-1 to rating. Yeah. It's all pushing buttons. We should probably audio level check. Halabali and Hawk, speak.
Okay, this is me speaking now. I got a mug, but the lid keeps popping off because of all the carbonation in the Coke, so...
Yay, I can hear you.
Yay.
Okay, my turn. I want to see weapons die. That is all.
Yay, everyone's audio seems fine. Okay.
That's good.
So now if the chat can't hear you, it's because they're deaf or you're speaking quietly, which is not my problem in either case. Hernie is mad, though, because... Or I can go back to the shop because my heads of Lenosian lettuce just sold. Yay.
Yay.
Money. Is this going to be enough to kick me back over 300,000 after dropping to 30,000 a couple weeks ago?
Let's see, Scion.
Hyper Evil Me, you can't tell who she's based off because she's in spooky Dragoon armor. No! I really want to be at 300,000 when I leave Limsa. I also have to sell. Oh. That's a pretty good value per. I only have one of them, so it's not a lot overall, but sure, go. I know a way. I know a way to be at 300,000 when I leave Limsa. I can secure the money. Success!
Success?
Success! I now have 10 times the money I had a week and a half ago. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, there's a U.
What was I doing?
Do you all know Fel? Or is that just a me thing?
Who?
Zyafel?
Zyafel?
Do you actually know Zyafel? Or...
No.
Okay.
Sounds familiar, but...
Zyafel helps us in raids a lot.
Okay.
I asked because his wedding is Monday evening at 9 p.m. I have an invitation. So I just wanted to see if I was expecting any of you to show up too.
I think I got work like the next day morning, so I don't think I can make it.
Exactly what I told him. I'm like, because like work starts on Monday. And I was thinking, oh, so I'll go into the office on Monday and then work from home on Tuesday, but some things happened, and now I am going to be working from home on Monday for some training, and then maybe going into the office on Tuesday to pick up a badge, depending on if it's ready. And I have to be up at, like, stupid early to get into the office, because it's a 2-hour train ride.
Okay.
So I don't know if I will be attending the wedding. But Fel knows. Fel knows that I might not be at the wedding. It's almost like I'm old and I have responsibilities. Are you going to meet us in Alamigo?
Oh, I was grabbing some stuff on Mordana. But yeah, I'll meet you up in Alamigo.
Okay. Garlemald, Alamigan Quarter. Wow. I love this outfit so much. Oh my gosh, it's so comfy.
Where do I find these shells? I forgot. Oh no.
What shells are you looking for?
Unidentifiable shell.
You get those in the material tab from the lady that you buy your tombstone equipment from.
Okay.
Should I just start because there's going to be storyline?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, Resistance Officer. Woof. Do I have any ibuprofen left? Yes, I'm going to take some ibuprofen. And I'm going to say publicly once again, Dr. Nora Migahan at Mercy Medical Center should have fixed my hernia, and she's a terrible doctor for saying it's immoral to treat me because I'm fat. That's some pain medication I shouldn't have had to take. If you were willing to do your job. Ruby Doomsday. Ah, Gobo, glad you could make it. As you may have heard, Commander Alden has given orders to embark from the Alliance headquarters to hold back the advance of the Empire's latest menace. Not that the soldiers stationed there are too chuffed about being on the front line against these new weapons. They're designed to slay primals. They make short work of us mere mortals as well. Mind you, it's Gaius Baelsar and his followers who've led the charge so far. By all accounts, they've been giving as good as they get. Unfortunately, their sorties have met with little success. I dare say they'd benefit greatly from your presence on the battlefield. If you're ready, my colleague at Porta Praetoria will show you the way. Okay. To Porta Praetoria.
Oh.
You have to pick up the quest in Alamigo, but Porta Praetoria is where it goes.
Yep, I've already picked it up. I just hadn't done anything with it yet.
Ah, you're all waiting for me. I understand.
I was actually Actually, I grabbed it like several weeks ago, but I didn't do anything.
By accident, right?
I was out. Sure.
Sure. Oh, you're just like, oh, well, we're not gonna... we don't want to wait for far. Ooh. What is she? She's just a streamer.
Anyways, I was trying to look for stuff. I was looking for glams for Dragoon, but I gotta work on my weapon.
On your way to headquarters, I take it? Yes! To the Alliance headquarters. Wherever the heck that may be. Oh, it's just like the camp. It's the camp that we went to the other time. Okay. Here's Garabania. And I assume that this is our troops, and I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Holy hell, everyone is so tall when you're a Lala. I love it. Hey. Hey, Valed. To be honest, we weren't sure if you'd ever show up. I, for one, am glad you decided to throw in your lot with us. Listen, we can only stream on, like, 1 day a week. So, you had to wait. Zevra, I don't know who you are, but hi. Gaius says you're our best hope of defeating that abomination. We've only seen a glimpse of its true power, and even that was more than enough for us. Oh, they're all Garlean. Well, of course they're all Garlean. They're working with Gaius. Hi, Gaius.
So, your mind is set? Then I'll apprise you of the situation. We've discovered that the previously abandoned Ultima weapon project is being helmed by a reformed 7th Legion. They've already succeeded in producing several prototypes, one of which is set to be deployed on the Eorzean front. Its name, the Ruby Weapon. Severa and I were able to get within striking distance during one of the test runs and made an attempt to destroy it.
An attempt that ended in failure. Based on our knowledge of the original Ultima weapon, the explosives we employed should have been sufficient to blast through its armor plating, but they barely left a mark. We suspect the gifts of its predecessor may have proven the source of its resilience.
As you well know, the Ultima weapon was designed to absorb aether from icons, and the Ruby weapon no doubt shares that ability. If any were summoned during the uprisings in Garlemald's occupied territories, and thereafter consumed, or any would become all the more formidable. But its near impenetrable armor was only the beginning of our troubles. It fought back with a whip-like claw that could be extended and contracted at will. In the face of such opposition, we were forced to withdraw.
Gaius was injured shielding me from Ruby Weapon's assault. Even now he struggles to stand. Damn it all, if I hadn't been so careless, this wouldn't have happened.
Need not concern yourself. Let us not forget I am the one who initiated the Ultima Weapon project. If I must give my life to bury this shameful legacy, so be it.
If you were to face it as you are now, you'd be cut down before you even hobbled within firing distance. In any case, we can't afford to lose the information in your head on both the foe we face and the Empire itself. We all know that asking for Gobo's assistance presents our best chance of stopping the War Machina.
It is true, if anyone were capable of putting down such a monstrosity, it would be them. Though I have no right to ask this of you, will you lend us your strength?
Aww. They're missing an option. They're missing an option. Let me say this devastation is my intention. Let me say it at some point during this quest. Let me rub that in Gaius' face. I believe in Eorzea.
You have my thanks.
And mine, though I must impress upon you the urgency of our situation. We received word the Empire is preparing to advance on the Gimlet Dark. That's where we'll intercept them. If our fears are proven correct, the Ruby Weapon will be among their hosts. Should it break through our lines, there's no telling the devastation it will wreak. Make no mistake, the very survival of Eorzea hangs in the balance. And once you've steeled yourself a battle, your escort will lead the way.
What price must the world pay for my hubris?
Bois? We're gonna get a bois?
What?
A short while earlier, in the Garlemald-occupied city of World's Magitech installation. Commencing Ruby Weapon activation sequence. All units stand by. Initiating synthetic RSite system. Fusion successful. No signs of incompatibility. Awaiting your signal. Ruby weapon. Codename Darnus. Ready for launch. Gutsy female voice.
Is this Evangelion? Oh no!
We're fighting mechs.
No,
Speaking with the
I don't
resistance
want to go
escort.
back to the third impact.
Valdolin has briefed me on the mission. I'm here to take you as far as our expected point of contact with the ruby weapon. When we arrive, the rest is up to you, I'm afraid. Cinder Drift now accessible. Oh, right away. Okay. This is the one that they were apparently having trouble with. Right out the gate. Also. A. Get in here.
It's not like
Party
this is one of those
fire.
zones where we can't like overlap.
No, I kind of hate that. I wish they would at least make it so that, like, your party could be in the same one. So here we go. Trial. Cinder Drift. Minor item level. Silence Echo. Objective. Get this done. I'm sorry?
It's our first time going through it.
Yes. Blind.
Thank you.
Mine. Streaming at Grand Gabo Barb. Raw. Angry noise. Get items recruiting. And
This soda's gone flat. How is it still making enough gases to pop up the lid? Wait, mark
and the
board.
call is in. This is what we're doing today. Although we may have the problem that I think that a lot of the people who normally go, yeah, let's help Gubbo, are like burned out on this particular fight after doing it all week. But it might have been the EX. They might have just been EXing it. I wasn't paying attention. I just
I hope
recognized
these-
Cinder Drift.
I mean, I wonder if this is like EX trials and we just didn't know about it.
I know that there's a EX version of this trial. And the same is true for the other ones. These are just the side trials. I know that they are not the EXs out the gate.
Alright, let's see if I can find these things in the market board.
So yeah, back to here to wait. And then also put it into the Discord. Copy to there.
Party Finder.
Oh, this is gonna cost me some coin, but I don't mind.
Ow.
Oh, there's no arrows. Oh no! Oh well, plan B.
We have a Lisot. I don't know this one.
Hmm.
Oh, she just did it! She just did it on the camera. See, I'm not lying. She did the hop. There. Haha.
Let's see.
Let's see. Do I have any friends on the friend list that I should poke at? I mean, most people are doing something, but I might just go visit and see. It sounds like they're at their FC estate. So I might just go see and maybe get them to join. It's Jelly Donut-san! Kaketsu Onigiri.
Let's see.
I see Alexi AFKing at the telescope. So I'm still going to see if I can't bother them and be like, "Hey, Cinder Drift." Oh, they've been doing better. Last time I snuck into their house, they weren't ready.
Huh.
The dance floor isn't done yet, but it's coming along nicely.
Neat.
There's nothing upstairs. And that means that they are either in their private rooms or not here at all, or like visiting someone else. So I don't think we're going to be able to bully Lady and Dantas into joining. Or maybe. I see a crowd of them.
Okay, we got the... There. Here we go, arrow.
This is the first time Glenn saw me since I lollied. He died.
Oh no.
Kaden! Apparently there's a party and they're like undoing. I don't know.
Okay, we got the cakes, we got the mirror.
I just realized we only need one tank and one healer, so we're like pretty good.
Got the shell, we got the bone, we got the ore. We need seeds.
They're about to run something. That's why they're all grouped up.
Oh.
Kaden, no! I'm streaming here.
Well, I can't afford these.
Oh gosh, peeing is a censored word, apparently.
Oh dear.
I love all of these people.
Oh, I can't afford that.
That boy's a menace. Frickin' teenagers, I swear.
Alright, I'm gonna need to start grinding tombstones again. Oh no. I mean, I guess this fight is a good time as any.
Yeah. So I should just wave goodbye to everyone. Seems like Glenn might be doing, like, backup. So, if whatever scheduled thing they're doing has everyone show up, Glenn might be available. Let's see. That's everyone. I don't know what Living Memory is, but Eisen's there. I know that the Dark Inside is a Endwalker trial, so Amy's busy. You're in the party already. Joshy's AFKing in Limsa. Alexi's AFKing at the Armine house. Danta's lady, Kaden, Glenn are all gathering for something. Isfer! And Yuzu. Never mind.
Oh. Oh, are you filled up already?
Yeah, we filled up already. With a bunch of people I don't know. This could be an absolute disaster. Yay. Let's do that ready check. I think Lesot is AFK presently.
No.
No. Okay. Well, let's get this. Where are you? Cinderdrift. Whoop, no, wait. I did it wrong. Mine. There we go. I hope I did it right. I have no confidence in my capabilities right now. Woohoo! We're in the Gimlet Dark again.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh boy!
Not because we're going to leave.
Enemy detected. Commencing attack. The song! It's the Heart of Sabik song. Hey, Kaden.
This is bad.
We have a bunch of people that I don't know, and Halabali and Ura. So... And we're all blind.
No. Oh, okay, get started.
Oh, Lesotho, no, I know. Oh yeah, Onigiri I know. I need to remember to friend Onigiri after. Lexiclaw.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Ah.
Liquefaction, that sounds not like a thing that I want to be on top of. Aha! I guessed right. I'm like, liquefaction is the soil becoming liquid.
I am dead. I drowned in the quicksand.
Well, we now know liquefaction. Oh, Flexiclaw is the thing that makes it all spinny. No. What are you?
I don't like this.
Okay. I see. They follow the little spin.
Oh, that's not good. Ow.
Well. Okay, that's tough. That one I don't like.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh.
Well, lucky me. Whoa. I'm gonna wait to edge until I know what's going on. Okay, it's this again. Those are gonna explode at the tips.
Oh.
And then I guess we get on top.
They moved too late.
No, we do not. That's not subduction. Okay. I think that was pretty cool. So far, the only thing in this fight I don't like is that weird move around the place thing, because I just can't see. Flexiclaw again. This one's got the spinnies. I remember the spinnies. So step out a little. Aha! Am I just good at this game, or am I just lucky that this is... My good at this game, I say, is I almost miss a freaking optimized Ultima. That sounds not good. Not that it... Okay.
I don't think it's over yet.
The ruby weapon's unstoppable. I'm sorry, everyone. That's the end for me. Activating Oversoul. Increasing pilot override rate to 100%. Condensing forced shutdown and system restart. Synthetic Aurosite switching to Oversoul mode. Loading data
Aurosite.
sample. No! Get out of my mind! Stop! No, I'm not! Nail, I am! Oh, hi.
What the heck?
I am freaking Nail, but we killed her. Come to purify this forsaken land. Limit gauge reset. Hey,
Uh-oh.
we earned that limit gauge.
Me, your project? Oh no, I don't want to go through this again.
Garlemald begins its descent.
Oh, there it is. That's...
Oh, that's not good. 5 seconds until Garlemald falls.
Oh boy. Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, there are arrows. Oh, okay.
Okay, this is a lot. Oh my gosh.
Oh, time for RB3.
An AoE didn't that time. That's hardly anything. Okay. Oh my gosh! I wasn't expecting Nail and Garlemald repeatedly.
Did they use the pilot to summon a primal?
Yeah. I was kind of hoping we beat up the pilot and the thing, and then pull the pilot out, and then have like a story because she looked cute, and then there wasn't her, and that happened. And oh no.
Like, considering what Ultimate Weapon was supposed to do with primals, it's like, that's my guess, is that they summoned a primal through the pilot.
Let's find out. And then I'll gloat more about how I, like, read that. That felt so good.
Even from afar, your figure was unmistakable. As ever, an impressive display. Though, as I'm sure you'll concur, the Ultima Weapon pales in comparison to this new monstrosity. If their research is allowed to continue, the next model will be nigh on unstoppable. With that in mind, the Alliance has enlisted the help of... Wait, I hear something.
Girl.
Hello.
Here to sift through what remains of the ruby weapon, are you? Ali, what do you think you're doing? Ali? Father?
Father?
Nani?
Gaius? Having some fun with an aura, I see.
It's been too long, Alphonse, and you too,
Rex. Rex! One moment, I need to take a screenshot. No! Game! Let me take a screenshot of Rex to send to my son named Rex. Game.
Given the Empire's proceeding with the weapon project and making inroads into Eorzea, I suppose it's only a matter of time till our paths crossed.
Okay. Take screenshot. Wow. Copy to clipboard. Go to Discord. Direct messages. Paste. At Rex. There we go. I know a lot's happened, but I'm just glad you're all right, and now you can come back to Garlemald with us.
My days serving the Empire are over.
Because you're suspected of assassinating Emperor Varys? But we know you'd never do a thing like that. There must be a way to prove your innocence. Then everything can go back to the way it was.
Oh boy.
So when he found you two shivering on the roadside when he was going through Wurlet? Lucky for you, eh? If you hadn't, we'd probably be dead by now. There's 3 of us, our parents all died in the epidemic. We'd still be begging on street corners if it weren't for him. Aw. I just wish there was a way we could repay Lord Gaius for his kindness he's shown us. He fights for the Empire, so we should too. That'll make him proud of us. I don't know why I gave Melisandre that voice, but it's the voice now. You saying we should join the army? I don't think that's a good idea. Everyone in Wurlet was scared of the Garleans. Why would we want to be like them? Lord Gaius is different. I know he is. You're right. He always says the strong should lead the weak. Maybe that's why he took us in. Okay, Rex responded to the other one, so I need to show Baby Rex with Baby Rex's thing. Also, what do you mean you don't... It's so true. About not liking the... Rex. I think Rex is poking fun at my girlfriends. All right, if becoming a soldier is what it takes, I'll do it. Who's with me here? Count me in. And maybe one day people look up to us like they do Lord Gaius. Then it's settled. From now on, we're brothers and sisters fighting for the same cause. Brothers and sisters? Then would that make Lord Gaius our father? Well, if he doesn't mind us calling him that, I suppose so. And that makes you our big brother, since you're the oldest. You better be nice or I'm telling father. Aw, they're cute. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. I love them. We're going to kill all of them. They're all going to die before the end of this story. You know that's how it's going to go. They're making us feel sympathy so that we'll feel guilty when we have to kill them. Father, since you went away, a lot has changed for the Empire. For us, too. If we'd known that you were still out there, still alive, none of this would have happened.
What do you mean?
The truth is... I kind of am regretting changing out of Aura now, because I think it would have been funny to be an Aura in this scene. Everyone's Aura except for Gaius.
If you must go, I will not stop you, but answer me this. Who is piloting the ruby weapon? We all know that Nael von Darnus has not returned from the dead. Who do you think? It was Melisandre.
Oh no, we've already killed one of them.
No. No, I refuse to believe that.
Baby.
Refuse to believe you'd let that happen. She was a sister to you, to all of you. We only want to finish what you started. And while we will never forget all you've done for us, the next time we meet it shall be as enemies. Goodbye, Father.
As for you, hero of Eorzea, you'll pay for what you did to Melisandre. I swear it. It's a pity I can't get Rex into the chat to voice Rex. That would be great. If anyone who watches this also watches Hell's Vengeance, Rex is Amerigo.
It's because of Xela, is it?
Well.
An Arador. Oh no.
It's Sid. I know those boots. Hey, Sid.
Well, well, Gaius von Belsar. We meet again. Come to see how your precious weapon is proceeding in your absence, have you? You are come to collect data on the ruby weapon, correct? The pilot, Melisandre, should still be inside the cockpit. I'll ask Valdeolin to escort you to the wreckage. Any idea who this Melisandre is? Imperial crony of his, perhaps?
His daughter!
Also a military crony.
Oh, one of the orphans. Guys already did have an eye for talent and a mind to nurture it. In fact, Livius Sus Junius was another protege of his. Even took me under his wing when my father became obsessed with the Meteor Project. It's strange, I felt closer to Gaius than my own flesh and blood. Then my father and countless others lost their lives in the Boja incident. Although he was acting under Emperor Solus's orders, he masterminded the whole thing. I begged him to reconsider, put an end to the madness. But my words fell on deaf ears. That's when I turned to Gaius for support. But he was as much a pawn of the Emperor as my father, and refused to intervene. And when my term came to serve, I defected and fled to Eorzea. I blamed Gaius as much as any of them, perhaps even more, for the barbaric acts carried out in the name of conquest. But when we met at the Praetorium, all the hatred that had been festering seemed to fade away, and I remembered the man I once respected. To think the dreaded Black Wolf was a mere plaything of the Ascians, who left him broken and disgraced, having sent thousands of his men to early graves. It's more than most could bear, and now the lives of his children he raised hang in the balance. Any personal grievances I have with Gaius can wait. I best gather what information I can on the ruby weapon. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Is she gonna be alive, or are we killing all of Gaius's children?
Yep.
Because if they pull her out alive, then oh, okay, or not. But if she's dead, if we introduced her just to kill her off, we are killing all of Gaius's kids before the end of this quest line. But also, before I move
we killed
forward,
her off before she was introduced.
that's true. Very, very rapid murder. But yeah. Also,
Right.
I feel so fucking good. I'm like, hey, spiny things. I know what the word liquefaction means. Let me stand on this spiny thing. And then the second time we had the spiny things, I saw that the tips were glowing. And the tips glowing, that meant kaboom. But then the word was different, and I'm like, if we're getting on it for liquefaction, we have to get off of it for that. And then there was an AoE, and I'm like, yes! I can read. So I'm going to be all cocky and confident and fuck everything up from here on out. Also, before I forget, because I have forgotten this before. Onigiri, you are actually already on my friend list? Yeah, okay, Onigiri is already on my friend list. I'm just dumb. Friend you too, because we were together. Is there anyone else of note from Cinderdrift? Because I got told in particular that they are cool, so I'm going to friend both of them. And apparently, Mr. Jelly Donut is already in my thing. If the cockpit remained intact, we may be able to glean information from the pilot. If Sid's as I remember him, it will not take long for him to finish investigating the remains of the ruby weapon. He never was one to waste time. Yay!
My engineers are still in the field. But there's something I thought you should know right away. It's about the pilot. I'm not sure how to tell you this, but if Melisandre is dead, I only hope she was not made to suffer. Death would have been a kindness. In all my years, I've never seen such a perversion of science and nature. Her body was fused with the weapon's core. Those last moments must have been spent in pure agony, as her very life's essence was drained from her. So she was sacrificed to power that infernal machine. We must act quickly if we're to prevent the Empire from committing further atrocities. Gobo, is there any other information you can share with us regarding the ruby weapon prior to its deactivation?
Core burst out in a form of nail.
Nail von Darnus. Did the Legatus mean that much to Melisandre? From what I gather, it sounds as if data based on Nail's combat capabilities was used to override the pilot's consciousness after she was fused with the core. If this technology is perfected and the Empire begins implanting the memories of renowned warriors, such as the White Raven, into its soldiers, the Alliance won't stand a chance. Is such a thing even possible? Wait. So Nail's a trans gal. Melisandre is presumably a cis gal. And they just fused a cis gal and overwrote her with a trans gal. Did we just kill the first legendary AFAB trans woman?
I'm confused.
Oh, you're not observing the true horrors of Tumblr discourse that I have to see on occasion.
I have not been to Tumblr in quite a while. Actually, I visited earlier today.
Yeah. Basically, there's like AFAB intersex people who are assigned female at birth, raise as women, identify as women, and then view the process of adjusting their intersex bodies to women as a process of transition. And there's a whole discourse about whether or not they count as trans women. And it is quite inane. And to my understanding, really exhibits the limitations that are present within any system of classification. And remind us that any system of classification is going to have edge cases that don't fit properly.
Huh.
But I generally do take the stance of, no, you're just women. Chill. But in this case, we have a legendary AFAB trans woman, because we had a trans woman's soul infused by means of a mech upon the allegedly cisgender pilots. God. I love this. This is horrible. I love this. That's more or less how soul crystals work. Which we are collecting and have so many of. It's more or less how soul crystals work.
Yes, it seems that such crystals were common enough in Eorzea, an ancient but effective means of passing on knowledge from one generation to the next. While it may bear some similarities, we won't know for certain until we've analyzed the wreckage of the ruby weapon. It cannot be denied that combining combat data from an experienced soldier with the powers of an icon has yielded remarkable results, but in doing so the Empire is sunk to the very depths of depravity. This is beyond forgiveness. For once, I agree with you. Yet one question remains unanswered. How were they able to obtain data on someone who was supposedly killed prior to the calamity? That's what I'm trying to determine. There's one possibility I'd like to explore, but I'll need to carry out a more thorough investigation first. Severa will provide support while you're in the field. Not only is she extremely well versed in the latest Garlean technology, there are a few soldiers I would rather have watching my back.
Yay.
In the meantime, Valdowlin and I will follow the ruby weapon's tracks back to the point of origin. We will learn what we can of the weapon project and the manner in which Alphonse and the others are involved. Should we uncover anything of value, we'll relay it to the troops stationed here. For now, I suggest you use this lull in Garlean activity to recuperate. Would I be correct in guessing this belated reunion with these darling orphans of yours has stirred up memories of your time in Garlemald? Remember our agreement, Gaius? If you so much as think of returning to your Imperial masters, I will kill you.
The tension. Oh my god. I kind of love this. Okay, we don't have to go all the way back to Alamigo. It's right here. A War Machina fanatic. And you're right. I'm willing to bet that you're going to give us the EXs later.
So you put down the ruby weapon? Gods, I wish you could have seen it. Not from too close, mind. I suppose I should report news of your victory to the higher-ups. I realize you must have been through quite the ordeal, but could you give me a quick summary of the battle?
Snakes, liquid, yay!
You make it sound so easy. From the way you tell it, anyone would think you slay hulking brutes like that for a living. I'll put all this in a report and leave a copy over there should you fancy a bit of light reading. Anyway, I expect you have more pressing matters to take care of, like going for a celebratory pint. If the Garleans pluck up courage to come knocking again, we'll let you know. Until then, rest up.
Do 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 ba-doo. Cutscene.
In the Whirlit Magitech installation.
It's the kids.
We should have told him the truth. He'd be able to help us. I know he would. That's exactly the problem, Allie. If he knew the true nature of the weapon project, he'd find a way to intervene. We've come too far to back down now. I won't let Melisandrea's death be in vain. Even that means going against Father's wishes. Cheer up, Alphonse. We can all go back to being one big happy family after we've dealt with those pesky Eorzeans. It'll be just like old times. If only it were that simple. There's no guarantee any of us will make it back alive. Excuse me?
I think you're forgetting whose turn it is next. O ye of little faith! With me at the helm of the sapphire weapon, it'll be over before you know it.
Whatever happens, Rex, promise you'll come back to us. I couldn't bear to lose you too.
I'm gonna have to make a separate highlight just for whenever we fight Rex, and then send it to Rex and be like, "Hi, here's a video of me murdering you." Reports. Lots of information. Cool. Sleep now in Sapphire with a reward. Gobo, I'm afraid we haven't much in the way of information. We have, however, received word that Gaius wishes to speak at the Alliance headquarters. I arranged an escort to take you there, so when you're ready, speak to the fellow over yonder. Come on, let's go kill my son.
Oh no.
Ready to head out? What do you call it when you kill your teenager? If it's a baby, it's infanticide. What do you call it when it's a teenager? Idolicide?
What's it called again? Is it filicide?
That is it, filicide. Let's go commit some filicide. Severa.
Oh good, you're here. The Ironworks has completed their analysis of the ruby weapon, and Sid Garland wishes to share his findings. I take it you can spare a few moments? Very good. Wait here while I inform him of your arrival.
Glad you could make it. I'm sure you're as anxious as anyone to hear what we've uncovered. Our earlier hypotheses were proving correct. Garlands have designed a system whereby a pilot's consciousness can be forcibly supplanted with data based on the memories and experience of another.
So even a rank amateur could obtain the combat capabilities of a seasoned warrior?
Precisely. And we learned how this was made possible when we opened the cockpit. Monitors were still operational, and among the messages displayed, one particular phrase caught my attention. Synthetic Aurosite System.
I noticed that too when we were in the fight.
Which is what exactly? Before I click forward, do you want to try to give your guess, Mr. I saw that?
Well, if it was similar to what we did when we were transferring people's souls over from the first to the source, perhaps it's absorbing the souls too and then using it as an energy source?
That's the guesstimate. Let's see how it goes. Which, honestly, that's the same guess I had. I just wanted to hear it from you, so it's not just all barb time.
Well, the core of the Ultima weapon was referred to as the Heart of Sabik by the Asians. We believe it to have been a type of aurosite. I can't say much for the synthetic sort at this stage, but I've encountered real aurosite before. It was extremely potent, perhaps equal in power to the Heart of Sabik. It's unclear whether the Garlean simulacrum possesses the same properties as genuine aurosite, but I intend to follow the avenue of inquiry to see where it leads.
What we do know is it was used to implant the combat data of Nail von Darnus to the pilot, who has been presumed dead since before the calamity. Are you any closer to discovering how they were able to retrieve this data?
The link didn't occur to Gaius at first, but he later told me of devices fitted to the Magitech armor of the Empire's highest-ranking officers. There's reason to believe they were designed to emulate the soul crystals used throughout Eorzea.
Yes, that was rumored to be its true purpose. It was never publicly acknowledged. Perhaps those in the upper echelons wanted to avoid comparisons to the so-called savages they were meant to be conquering.
There's also the question of whether the system even functions as intended. From what I've seen, we can assume they were successful at gathering combat data of those wearing armor equipped with the device. If comparison with soul crystals was valid, perhaps this data was transferred via aether. However, it seems it extracted not only the memories related to combat, but the soldier's essence. As you saw, the pilot succumbed entirely to the will of von Darnus. Though this is merely supposition, it's possible being fused with the ruby weapon's core accelerated the process and caused the deceased legatus to manifest in corporeal form.
Could it be that the death of the pilot was caused by the system malfunctioning?
It's hard to say. The ruby weapon itself was still largely intact when it deactivated, which strongly implies it was the synthetic aurosite running amok that killed her, rather than damage incurred during the battle. But even after our analysis, I'm afraid we still don't have enough information. For now, perhaps we should consult with Gaius to our next plan of action.
This is confusing.
Nail, where's armor? Armor goes bloop, 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 bloop. I'm Elon Musk, I'm scanning your brain. Beams it to Garlemald. Garlemald's like, bloop, 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 bloop. We jam it in the aurosite. We make the big robot. We put the aurosite in the robot. Basiliana's like, I pilot robot for the glory of my father. Beats us. We go. Wow. Bam.
Yeah, but I don't ever recall our soul crystals trying to possess us.
And then the aurosite, imbued with the knowledge of the soul crystals, consumed them. Because the soul crystals aren't like pure aurosite, and they aren't like powered up and doing mech shit. It's like the strain of the mech shit fused in Nail over Massiliana.
I will admit, some of my soul crystals have done weird shit.
See? The only soul that does any weird shit is that one. And we don't worry. We don't worry about her. She's fine. Don't worry. You don't need to worry. It's fine. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions about the edge.
Vardalian is coming bearing vital information. I traced the ruby weapon's path back to the occupied territory of Verlet, which appears to be where it was built.
My grasp of geography is surprisingly poor. Care to enlighten me?
While Alamigo is placed on the western edge of Gimlet, Werlet lies on the opposite side to the east. It was once a proud and prosperous city until it was brought to its knees by Imperial invaders. You seem rather well informed. Perhaps I should have taken you with me. I thought that much was common knowledge. It's also where Alphonse and the others were born. And now the weapon project has brought them home.
Yes, the very place where is now rife with Imperials. They've established an airship supply depot in the coastal town of Turncliffe. According to the locals, something resembling one of the weapons was transported there a few days ago. This bodes ill indeed. Were it possible, I would attempt to capture Alphonse and his followers before they can launch an offensive. However, the distance between here and Turncliffe presents a considerable obstacle, and in all likelihood their weapon would be ready long before we arrive. Approaching by sea would allow us to save time circumventing the ground-based troops, provided we are able to secure a vessel. Or you could use the Enterprise and take the most direct route of all, as the crow flies. In fact, this is the perfect chance to put my top-secret plan into action. And might I ask what that entails? Wouldn't be much of a secret if I told you, would it? And what I can say is there's a starring role for Gobo.
I don't tell me plans, Sid.
I'm so surprised you didn't think I'd let you go off that easily. They'll be here soon, don't go anywhere.
It? Oh my god, are we gonna fly a mech? Are they gonna give me a mech?
Oh, hey, duty.
Gaius is glowing. This makes me think that the mech thing might not be a joke. That does sound like something they'd put in a duty.
I see Sid still delights in keeping others in I see Sid still delights in keeping others in suspense. I can only hope he doesn't make us wait over long.
I gave Gaius Sid's voice, I'm sorry. Wow. That's a mech. Why do we have a mech?
It has the ironworks on it. The G Warrior.
Trans woman inside a mech? This is just like Evangelion.
Here it is, Gubbo.
I don't want to turn into Fanta juice.
I present Garland Ironworks' adaptation of the Ultima Warrior, the G Warrior. It stands for Gundam.
Oh, I thought it meant something else.
I knew Allegan design when I see it. Excavated from one of their ruins, no doubt.
Azisla, to be precise. We came across it during the course of our investigations, decided it would be a shame to let it go to waste.
And you will be taking this retrofitted relic to face the enemy head-on, yes? Perhaps my knowledge of the Ultima weapon will be of use. I'm counting on it as it happens. First, we'll need to perform a test run in the simulator before throwing you into battle. We haven't much time.
I get to fly the mech. Yay. And now I'm very glad I'm a lot. Ooh. In the coming battle, we will fight as G-Warrior. Prepare these trials to teach you the basics. First, I want you to try attacking the guidance system. Don't worry, it won't fight back. It's armed with a range of weaponry. Now is our chance to learn what it's capable of. Okay. Aether Cannon. Final Flourish combo. 2. 3. Ultima Burst. Vroom. Aether Mine. Auto Restoration. Heretic Booster. So good. Let's move on to something a bit more advanced. Comes equipped with a Pyretic Booster, which diverts more power to weapons and increases speed and maneuverability. This, however, comes at a price. It places a huge strain on the warrior and may only be used in short bursts. That's why it's best to practice before ending battle. Try activating it. Rah! Notice your movement speed is much improved. As you see, it's become more and more structurally unstable as time passes. To deactivate, press it again. Okay, so we have a risk-reward system. Okay, Pyretic Booster to destroy the target. The launch ride reaching attacks. With your increased movement speed, you should have no trouble escaping. Okay. Waha! I had to turn it off. Final trial. You covered defense, now look at defense, where the Aetherial Aegis will come in handy. Can't keep it up indefinitely. It'll drain the power reserves. Might even run out of energy for weapons, so watch out. First, try deploying it. Don't let it get too low. The EP bar. Do we have EP costs for these? That's 300. That's free. That's 800. Okay. Weather with the barrier. This is easy.
That's enough.
Wait for the last moment to turn it on. Take the hit, turn it off again. AR to return your EP. Easy peasy. Duty complete. Yay!
Imagine if this was like a Megazord situation where every player has like one ability they have to like use at the right moment.
Yeah, it was based on your class, and then you went into the trial and you had this like a 4-person trial with your specialization. That would be cute.
Are you sufficiently prepared?
Absolutely not. Let's go.
Then we depart for Turncliffe at once.
Okay, battle begins. Oh, that's cute.
Seems they were expecting us, but who is the pilot? Gobo, we're almost there. You better have your wits about you.
G-Warrior, do the thing.
Now get ready to strike.
G-Warrior, engage. The heart does a beat, the heart does beat.
It sounds awfully familiar.
The heart does a beat, the heart does a beat.
Oh, okay, so it's just... Okay, then.
I can't afford to lose. It's all or nothing. Activating Oversoul.
Hydrus combat sample ready. Initiating organic core override. I can't hold on.
I'll be monitoring the situation from the air. Follow my instructions and eliminate the targets.
Let's go. The Savage has been busy. I'll enjoy breaking their new toy. That's not what I wanted to have happen at all. Okay. You're the one I took beam out of. Haha, get your ultimate. Swift reach. Okay, I really do need the AR to return. Thank you. Okay, don't do
Oh,
that.
that's the wrong move. Oh. Whoopsies. That's embarrassing.
Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to avoid the Pharetic boost. I don't like that much. I will shield through the Ultima, though. Ah, take that, Sapphire weapon. Your little drones are nothing to me. Switch reach time. Where are you coming up? There you are. Okay, I think I've taken care of this. I also think I probably should get as much damage in as I can. There we go, get wrecked. I realized the ultimate cast bar on the way out. Well, that was cool. Let's never do that again. Make that like a future tank job or something.
The target's been silenced.
That damn squid never stood a chance.
Now that the immediate threat's been dealt with, we should gather what information we can in Turncliffe.
Also probably should figure out which one of Gaius's kids we murdered just now that we were mocking him over. Speak with Gaius one last time. Completed. Next step, speak with Gaius. Quest you lie. Oh, okay, I have to explore the area. It's cute. We have a little container for our mech. And we have an edge. And we can see Sid's people poking at the weapon. And then they've got these cute little blue roofs. This object is from Doma. How far away can I go? Ah, we've got blockades set, so we can't go very far. There's people.
Most of the 7th Legion troops stationed here withdrew before you arrived. I expect they're regrouping somewhere and getting ready to retake the town. I haven't heard one of the members of the weapon project is still hiding somewhere in town. Oh, someone is hiding in town.
Lonely widow. You're young.
Oh, those Garlean bastards are finally gone, and it's all thanks to you. My husband died defending the town when they first invaded. And for all the years since, I feel like he's died for nothing. Now his soul might at last find peace.
Oh, if that was when they first invaded, then you aren't as young as you look. Oh, kid! Little Aura kid almost barreled me over.
What do you want with me, lass?
I want to know about Turncliffe.
Being far to the south of Worlet, perched atop the cliffs, there was never much reason for anyone to travel here. Being by the sea is all well and good, but we're too high to benefit much from it. The gulls and terns don't seem to mind, though. Most of the townsfolk are Hurian or Aura who found their way here over the years. All lived side by side peaceably enough before the Garleans came and ruined everything. Wasn't much we could do to stop them. Those who fought back were soon put to the sword. The invasion was complete. The Imperials started digging down into the rock and built a supply depot for their blasted airships. But the experiments were more recent development. Of course, none of us civilians were privy to what they were working on. I expect that all come to light now that the bastards had turned and fled with their tails between their legs. Got you and yours to thank for that, even if it's only a temporary respite.
Aw. He's angry, but he has good reason to be. And he doesn't blame me, he's just mad. How long do you think it'll last? Who knows? Just one day at a time. Yay, we're the liberating force. People are happy to see us. No matter what happens to this town, I'll always have the view. It is a nice view. I hope one day we can move the Mufans FC house to Turncliffe. This is very cute. This is like all the things I like about Ulda and all the things I like about Limsa Laminsa in one. Former conscript.
I've been separated from my family since I was forced into the army. But I was able to sneak away in the confusion. I got you and your friends to thank for that. My main concern is Legatus Valens won't take this lying down. That man's like a dog with a bone. Once he sinks his teeth in, he'll never let go. He'll be back, I'm sure of it.
And you're their family? Aw. Severa? I must admit I envy your talents. Would that I possess even a fraction of your skill, that I could better serve Gaius. Girl, you don't need to serve a guy to be awesome. That's the secret. Val? Can't help but feeling there was a simpler way to defeat the weapon. Perhaps shooting it in the head with a large cannon would have sufficed. Gaius. The actual quest that people are waiting on me to progress.
You did well to pilot the G-Warrior so adeptly and so short. Oh, G-Spot! That's the joke you were making earlier.
Yeah.
It just hit me. It just hit me. It just hit me.
You did well to pilot the G-Spot so adeptly in so short a time.
No, we're the G-Warrior, so we hit the G-Spot. There we go. Wonk.
And with the weapon largely intact, Sid and his researchers should be able to gather a wealth of valuable information. Before it's dismantled, perhaps we should take one last look upon our fallen foe.
Yay! Let's go break Gaius more. Who's gonna come out?
We should have known Father and his friends would track us down sooner or later. Now they're at our doorstep and the sapphire weapon still isn't ready. Even so, I should be able to fend them off, or at least buy us some time. Not quite how I imagined it, but this seems as good a way to die as any.
Rex, I...
Rickon, why are you still here? You're supposed to be moving the other weapons to a safe location. You can take care of that while I pilot the sapphire weapon.
It's not Rex! Rex is not dead! It's Rickon.
What are you talking about? I'm the pilot, not you. There's no need to put your life on the line. Besides, it's still incomplete. It can barely perform basic maneuvers. It'll be practically useless in a real fight. We have a solution. Oversoul. You want to end up like Melisandre? No, of course not. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But she didn't give her life in vain. The ruby weapon left behind data that's been used to improve the system, to prevent any further malfunctions. What difference does it make? Once it's activated and the pilot fuses with the core, there's no way back. That's why I should be the one to pilot the sapphire weapon, not you, Rex. Alphonse needs you. You and I both know I'm the least qualified pilot we have. There's less to lose if I don't make it back. No, I won't let you. Please, Rex, hear me out. Ever since we were children, I was the smallest, the weakest, too afraid to stand up for myself. But I had the best brothers and sisters a boy could wish for. You were always there for me, protected me. Now it's my turn to protect you. Take the other weapons and get out of here. See this through to the end. Do it for me. For Melisandre. I'm counting on you, Rex. You always did have a stubborn streak. Alright, Rickon, I won't let you down. I just promise you'll wait for me on the other side. We'll meet again, brother.
Y'all made me happier than I had any right to be. And now I've finally found my purpose. I have no regrets. I bet you have regrets now that I've kicked your ass from one side of the bay to the other. Come on, Sapphire. We may be far from perfect, but we have a job to do. Let's give Father something to remember us by.
The Echo, I presume? What did it reveal to you?
Rickon's the one that died. He's a loser.
Rickon, my poor boy. You were braver than most could ever hope to be.
We're just being so mean to Gaius on purpose because it's freaking Gaius. Also, I want to give him a hug, poor old man.
It's as we feared. I'm sorry, guys. First Melisandria, now Rickon. Must find the remaining weapons and end this madness.
Hey, Val.
Tell me, what do you make of Gaius Bale, sir?
I understand the two of you have been acquainted since his days as the Black Wolf. He claims to have shed his pelt when he took up the hunt for Asians, but he's still the same man deep down. He certainly kept quiet about having a flock of foster children back in the Empire, though. Seems he'd rather bare his teeth to his former masters than allow harm to come to them. But try as I might, I cannot make sense of it. Does he truly fight for the good of mankind, as he'd have us believe, or is he merely biding his time before he shows his true colors? Whatever the answer may be, in the end he'll always be a Garlean, and though we may be honorable men and women among them, I've suffered much and more as a result of their conquests. Barbaric campaigns in which Gaius Balesar played no small part. My first encounter with Garleans was 20 years ago, shortly after the fall of Alamigo. They continued their march into the lands that had long been home to we Duskwights. We sought to repel the invaders and were woefully unprepared. Our bows and arrows were no match for their magitech, and our most powerful magics did little to slow their advance. I fought on the front line, was knocked unconscious in the opening exchange. When I came to, I was alone. My unit slaughtered. I hurried back to my village to look for my wife and daughter, to find the place deserted. My search lasted for days, then weeks, then months. When it seemed they disappeared without a trace, I finally learned 2 Imperials held at Bittermill the villages had been captured and used as test subjects for the poison gas that would later be known as Black Rose. They were never seen again. For 20 long years I roamed aimlessly, with nothing but hatred to keep me alive. I found myself in the Order of the Twin Adder, who offered me a place among their ranks. The desire for revenge was the only thing I had left, so without a moment's hesitation I accepted. Were it not for the war with Garlemald, I would have been loath to work alongside the city-dwelling Kerdanians, who for so long treated my kind as outcasts. But none of that mattered anymore. It all culminated with Operation Archon. As you led the charge into the Praetorium, we were right behind you. And when the place came crumbling down, most of us were caught in the rubble. I escaped with my life, though many others were less fortunate. Having dragged myself free from the rubble, I sought a way out. It was then I encountered none other than Gaius Balesar. On the verge of death, the gods had delivered me the man whose conquests had robbed me of everything. I was poised, ready to exact my revenge, and then he spoke.
I will not beg for mercy. I only ask you stay your hand a while longer. I cannot die until I have rid the world of the Asian menace. For millennia mankind has danced to their tune, but no more. Then, once we're finally free, my life is yours for the taking. I would have struck him down then and there had I not sensed truth in his words. So I decided to grant him a stay of execution and join him on his hunt. All this time I've kept a close eye on Gaius. Though he is ever on the watch for pursuers, he has granted me ample opportunity to slay him, if I so choose. And I still might, if he shows even the slightest sign of betraying our agreement. For now, the Asians are my chosen quarry. If they are indeed the ones pulling the Empire's strings, it shall not end until they've been eradicated. Every last one! Though I could not save my kin, there are those who may yet be spared the horrors of war. Unfortunately, dealing with the Asians will have to wait until we've brought an end to Garlemald's weapon project. Though we may have vanquished 2 of the new weapons, we must make every effort to prepare for whatever the Garleans throw at us next. Perhaps Severa can tell us whether the Ironworks engineers have uncovered any information of note. God damn, Lordump. That dude had a time. Also, that means this dude is at least... Let's see, had a wife and kid 20 years ago, so he had to have been at least, like, 14. So, he's... I don't know, my age. You're not Val, you're Val. Congratulations, Val. You're the first person here since Papa Limo who might have actually been older than me. Wait, no, that's not true. Gaius is, too. I love you, too. It's finally nice to be around some people who aren't fucking children. Severa, how old are you? That's a rude question to ask a woman, Gobo. Listen, are you another frickin' child? The Ironworks engineers are still at work dismantling the Sapphire weapon and investigating the Turncliffe Magitech facility. Though they've yet to make their report, they may have some news to share at this juncture. Please wait here a moment. And wait. We've yet to finish our investigation, but I can give you a preliminary report. Were you able to recover anything of note? Before abandoning the facility, they attempted to destroy anything they couldn't take with them, including many of their research materials. Luckily, some information related to the Sapphire weapon's combat data was intact. Judging by what we saw during the battle, it was extracted from Regula von Hydrus, correct? It appears the Sapphire weapon was actually in incomplete state, and unable to perform at full capacity. Even so, it was immensely powerful. Had they been given a chance to finish before we arrived, who knows how it would have ended. Indeed, we may not be so fortunate next time, so we must prepare for the worst. Ironworks will continue to investigate the Sapphire weapon and look into possible countermeasures. The echo afforded you a glimpse of the conversation between Rickon and Rex prior to the weapon's deployment. Do you remember any other details? Yes. I remember. Gobbo remembers, I don't. Improvements were made to the synthetic aurosite system to prevent malfunctions. It was never their intent to create a manifestation of Nail von Darnus. But there's one thing that was intended. Oversoul. Its activation results in the pilot being absorbed to the core, killing them in the process. Rex and Rickon were fully aware of this, were they not? Yeah. And the death of the pilot was by design all along. Alphonse, how could you? Sacrificing your own siblings to fuel these accursed machines. Surely there's no cause worth paying such a price. Aye, nothing is more precious than family. The nightmare is far from over. It appears Rex has fled with the remaining weapons, and we can assume Alphonse has every intention of sending them into battle. We must find a way to disable them before Oversoul can be activated. I've seen enough death. I do not wish to see any more. Then there's no time to waste. Let's be about it, Gaius. Severa, you're in charge here. Keep Sid and his team safe while they carry out the investigation. Understood. Please see no harm comes to Gaius. And they go. Yay. While we're gone, I need you to relay everything to the Resistance troops. Your first-hand account should prove useful. If there's any developments, we'll be sure to contact you.
Wow. Back to the Port of Praetoria. Is there an exit button in this map?
There is.
So I don't have to spend money. Travel to Girabania instantly. Thank you. To the locks. Hey, I see a halabali. How did your fight go?
I lost twice, but
Ouch.
I lost once. It was the self-destruct mechanic because I kept forgetting what my multi-hit button was.
I, on the other hand, dominated while impaired. Let's fucking go. I can't invite you. You're watching a cutscene.
Welcome back. Sounds like you've been quite on the journey, all the way to Turncliffe. I'm judging by the fact you made it here in one piece. I trust everything went to plan.
Yeah, killed another of Gaius' kids. What an astounding account. I wouldn't mind putting that G-Warrior through its paces myself. Currently a lot more stimulating than supervising this rabble, I imagine. Anyway, as before, I compile the information to the report and leave it over there for your perusal. And I get the bust of the sapphire weapon. Aww.
you can sell it.
That's cute. Put it on a table in the house. Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's Whirlit headquarters. Hi, Alphonse.
I've come to deliver my report, Lord Valens.
Oh my gosh, that's not Rex. I thought that might have been Rex. Dripping with sweat. Okay.
So you've returned, young Alfred. Or was it Alwick? Not that it really matters. I hear you and your darling brothers and sisters allowed the sapphire weapon to fall in the hands of the enemy. Do tell me it isn't so. I'm afraid it is the case, Lord Valens. Oh, come now, no need to be sullen. As they say, to err is human, to forgive divine. And you know how forgiving I can be, when it suits me. So tell me, whatever your name is, who was able to best the sapphire weapon? Our sources state it was the one known as the Warrior of Light, assisted by Sid Garland and Gaius von Baelsar, my lord. Gaius? Yes, it seems he's been making quite the troublemaker of late. Defecting from Garlemald, assassinating the Emperor. Whatever next? Oh, well, there's no use crying over spilt milk. Spill the milk.
Speaking of which, I've become quite the connoisseur since arriving in Wurlet. This particular variety comes from a rare breed of cow, you know. Only 100 of them in existence and pampered every day of their lives. Yes, they're quite valuable, until their milk dries up, that is. When it does, they're sent to the slaughterhouse like all the rest. For that's their lot in life. To be discarded once they've served their purpose. Did I create the ruby and sapphire weapons so you could deliver them gift-wrapped to the enemy? I can see it now, sitting on Garland, rubbing his hands with glee at all the technological marvels we've bestowed upon him. And you let Gaius van Belsar, of all people, get the better of you. How do you think this reflects on me? Legatus of the 7th Legion, humiliated by that traitor? Humiliated, I say! There's only one way to deal with a worthless provincial filth like you. Wait for me in the correction chamber. You'll be taught a lesson in obedience. Yes, my lord.
Forgive my intrusion, Lord Valens. It's time for your meeting with the head of the Magitech development.
Oh, how time flies when you're whipping useless soldiers into shape. Yes, I'll be long once I've made myself presentable. Can I have people thinking I let my standards slip now, can I?
Oh, those aren't mannequins, those are children. Ew. Oh no. Ew. Ew. Ugh. That's not good.
What are you doing here? You wish to see me, Lord Valens? Did I now? Oh, yes, that's right. So you're Ali, yes? And you joined the military of your own free will along with your fellow orphans. Such devotion! What an inspiration you are! You see, it's my firm belief love grants us the power to move mountains, to overcome any obstacles. Together, we'll discover the strength that lies within you. Take my hand, child. I'll show you the way. No measuring eternity. I don't want your cheap viewers. No one needs to see what we just saw. I'm kind of glad that I don't have to wait for the next patch to hit the next moment. Oh my god. Hi. Blood of Emerald. It's good to see you. I'm pleased to report Master Garland and the others uncovered a fair bit of useful information at the Imperial facility in Turncliffe. In fact, he'd like you to rendezvous with Gaius in the town square, where he'll review what they found. When you're ready to depart, your escort will lead the way. Yay, escort.
Yay.
Pick up. Escort. All set. To Turncliffe. Yay! Travel halfway across the world in an instant. Hi, Severa. It seems Sid's not in the habit of saying the same thing twice, which must be why he's waiting on you to arrive before revealing the results of his investigation. So, Sid.
Now that you're here, perhaps Sid will finally deign to dispense his findings. Severa inform him of Gobo's arrival. Andura and Halabali. And Chat. Thanks for coming. So what have you discovered? To tell the truth, we're lucky to obtain any information at all, considering the lengths to which the Imperials went in covering their tracks. You see, the hangar below was not just used to store the weapons, but it played a critical role in their construction. We now know how the code names were given to the rebel weapons: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Obviously, we're all familiar with the first two, but the third is something of an unknown quantity. At the very least, this confirms the existence of another of those abominations.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go get at it. I'm here to do trials. Let's fight.
Problem lies in ascertaining its whereabouts. None of the locals have seen anything resembling a weapon being transported by land or air. It of course leaves only one option: sea. According to what fragmented data we were able to uncover, the Emerald weapon is equipped with aquatic capabilities, much like the Sapphire. Meaning its escape from Turncliffe would have gone undetected, and could be potentially anywhere by now. But if Alphonse plans to have it absorb more primals, the logical choice would be Eorzea. And traveling by sea would allow him to circumvent the front line at Gimlet entirely. The Alliance must be alerted at once. Hold your chocobos, Severa. Seems the Emerald weapon was still incomplete when the 7th Legion withdrew from Turncliffe. It's far more likely it was transported to another facility to aid the finishing touches. If your supposition's correct, that would narrow our search to but 2 locations: Castrum Marinum in the Rotano Sea and Castrum Occidens in eastern Lenosia, both of which are known to harbor remnants of the 14th Legion, your former subordinates, Gaius. Be that as it may, our objectives unchanged. Valdolin, you and Severa will make your way to Castrum Occidens, while Gobo and I head for Castrum Marinum.
Should we locate the Emerald weapon, we'll give the signal to dispatch the G-Warrior and eliminate it before it can be activated.
Sorry to disappoint you, we're still repairing the damage it sustained. While Allagan machinery has its uses, it's a bugger to find replacement parts in a pinch. We've actually been working to expand its already impressive arsenal, but the G-Warrior itself is in no fit state for combat.
I saw you, Gobo. I saw you collapse over in disappointment.
While I'm aware this is a far from adequate replacement, I can provide an Ironworks submersible to help Gobo and Gaius reach Castrum Marinum. I'll have one sent ahead to Vesper Bay.
Submersible, eh? Don't like the sound of that. Perhaps Severa and I should count ourselves fortunate our destination can be approached by land. Pray you have a safe journey. Watch yourself out there, Gobo. I'll gather my forces. Also, oh my gosh, we get to go to Castrum Marinum.
It's time we departed. Let's make our way to Vesper Bay.
Right, return to the Vikings.
Yep. And we're gonna return instantly. Okay, we don't have to actually travel. It just like teleports. Games like, yeah, we aren't gonna make you go to the Viking Sands. Even though you can go to Limsa, go to the Fisherman's Guild, walk over to that boat, and that boat will just take you to Vesper Bay. And it's faster than walking from Horizon. As per Garland's instructions, the submersible is ready when you are. Before you depart, I received some scraps of intelligence regarding your opponent from my colleagues in Turncliffe. Apparently, it uses some sort of levitating, hand-like appendages. 6 of them, in fact, but we're not quite sure what purpose they serve. It sounds like having eyes in the back of your head might come in handy. But that's all we know, I'm afraid.
You have our thanks. After all, forewarned is forearmed. If the Emerald weapon has indeed been transported to this castrum, it would need to enter via the dry dock. We'll do likewise. As one might expect, there are measures in place to keep out intruders, but the security systems can be tricked into recognizing us as an Imperial vessel. That said, infiltrating the facility is merely the first step. Should the Emerald weapon be activated, it's only a matter of time before the pilot uses Oversoul. We must silence the War Machina before that happens, and failing that, grant the poor soul at the helm the mercy of this swift death. Had these wounds healed more quickly, I could have gone with you, but I fear I'd only slow you down. I'll provide what support I can from afar. Whatever happens, the Emerald weapon must be defeated at all costs.
Castrum Marinum, now available. You take a quick swig. Liquid. Hydration. Party Finder. Trials. Castrum Marinum. Blind Mine Raw. Party Finder. Raw, that's there. And then to the Discord. Party Finder. Nah, it's not Party Finder, that's Alexi. Party Finder. Trials. Shadowbringers. Mine. Apparently I can't do the eye. That's fine. Wow. There we go. We are ready. Advertised. I'm gonna go to the Waking Sands. Because we're here, we may as well visit. Waking
Alright.
Sands is over there. Wait, oh, merchant, mender, I haven't talked to you in ages. Please repair my gear. Thank you. And please give me orange juice. I haven't bought orange juice from that person in so long. Wind up lesbians and the Serpent of Ronka. What?
Our little minions have a wind up brain.
Ah. Oh my gosh, there's a quest! Slaviswis, why do you have a quest? A kobold initiative, level 4. Radolf has. There's quests in the Waking Sands. There's quests in the Waking Sands. They're side quests, so we're not doing them now, but there are quests in the Waking Sands that I have not done. And since we are going to have to wait for a moment for people to show up, I'm going to run to the restroom. So let me make a dramatic pose. Rawr. And